So the perfect date originally came to mind back in 2019. I had an idea and I said, you know what, I want to start 2020 off strong with a series of short films. I decided to do a love story, a black love story.
Lit. It was so amazing, y'all. It was my first time coming to Raleigh to shoot, so it was an experience I've never had before. Shooting at home was just life-changing for me, honestly.
I feel like showing black love in film, it's very important because these days a lot of people, they just get the wrong viewpoint on it and they feel like it's not as strong or it's not where it should be at. But it does exist and it's actually all around us. And I feel like it's very important and we need more of it.
The Perfect Date short film really set the tone for my YouTube page. It grew my following. And so that's when I knew, okay, wow, this is something that we really been looking for and needed. So how can I keep this going?
I chose to be a part of this project because I found myself in situations where I was part of productions with people that I didn't necessarily identify with. So being a part of this production really made me feel like I was at home.
The message behind it is love. It's a young black couple getting to know each other, so I feel like we don't shed a lot of light to that in the world. Obviously you see what's going on right now, so I feel like it'll be big going forward for the generations before us and obviously the ones after us.
Oh man, black love is important. At the time that we're in, you see a lot of beef between everybody, and just to see the love between a black man and a black woman is very important for the culture.
We are always stereotyped as a broken home, ghetto, drama, killing, whatever it may be, but it's never a happy home with a mother and father. They love their children, they live in a nice home. Our kids need to grow up and see that.
I can pull from Andrea's strength, her protective ways over those that she cares about. Her by any means necessary, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to address the things that need to be addressed, but then I can also come back at the end and give some sort of wisdom.
I'm Jasmine Nichelle and I'm playing Andrea. And Andrea is a feisty older sister, overprotective, very straightforward. She shoots straight from the hip. Lovable, but still stubborn as ever.
Malcolm is a straight up jokester. He really doesn't take anything serious, and he's one of those single guy friends that's always down to party and like, come on man, like live your life.
Joey Baldwin is more so like, I wouldn't say insecure, but he has a lot going on the inside. But he's a sweet dude, charming dude. I think y'all love Joey, honestly.
It's important to show black men on screen being vulnerable and kind of breaking the stereotype that traditional Hollywood has set up of how men are portrayed.
And I feel like Joey's character does a really good job of putting himself out there no matter what. I'm all in, and that's something that I can relate to.
I found him internalizing a lot of his emotions, and that's something that I often find myself doing when I'm in a situation where I might feel nervous or scared to show my feelings. So I found that was a really pleasant thing about his character.
Bree, she is loving. You could tell she cares a lot about her mom, her sister.
There's just like Big Mike on the Wood. If y'all remember that movie, that's like one of my favorites. He's the glue, he holds the team together. Me and Dez is the same, he could be the clown, he could be the serious guy, he could be the fallback guy, whatever you need, he plays that.
I feel very deeply about the project because there's so many underlying things that we speak on and that we're gonna hit. You get to see us in a positive light. I get to see myself in a positive light, and I'm just here to tell the story.
Perfect date. Good wine, good music. I like to be outside, so a nice outside date, maybe a picnic in the park or something like that. Then, just a nightcap ride through the city.
A perfect date to me is staying at home, Netflix and chill. I know, that's so cliche. Honestly, just grill me some food in your backyard and set it up real cute with like flowers, like, little patio lights. I'd be happy.
I would just say a perfect day would be something that you and your partner would, call special. So it really just, I guess that can vary depending on the people.
We're not a monolith. We do have feelings. We do love one another. It's the strongest type of love you'll ever see because it's fierce.
Perfect date for me Okay. I like to eat. I like to eat good, and I always like to try new things out too. So I like to spice it up a little bit more. Like we could go to mini bowling, or we could do something just like a little different. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure that like we both understand the type of people we both are.
A perfect date for me is actually less about the activity and more about the experience. Perfect date honestly can be anything as long as there's a connection there, it's authentic, and everyone is truly being comfortable in themselves.
Well, my perfect day started at the gun range, baby. So, I guess you could say that because my husband took me to the gun range on our first date, and we've been hitting it off ever since.
I'd say a perfect date for me involves simple things. I love cinema, so movies are really important for me. A nice picnic, but the most important thing has to be great conversation and great food.
One of my favorite moments of season 1, I guess I could say, is when Joey and Bree go out on their date, when they get all fancy or whatever. You know, Joey trying to show out for her. It kind of went left after that, but I ain't gonna get too deep into all that right now.
One of my favorite moments of season 1, meeting Joey at the door, out the gate. It's a problem. I love it because she shows how passionate she is about her family and about being able to, you know, reach them when there's something going on or whatever.
Andrea kind of became a divisive force between Joey and Bree, but it served as more of a push forward for the next step in their relationship because her character really raised the stakes at that point for whether or not their relationship was going to move forward. So it was a really big moment for Joey's character to really dial up the romance, if you will.
We don't see it often. You know, a lot of people don't go out their way to set up something nice for us. So I thought it was really cute.
I have a lot of favorite classic Black films, but I just feel like the narratives can always change. They can always be different. Not every Black person is the same. Not everyone's story is the same. So I just wanted to do something that could give people a relief and a break, especially for us. Like, I just think we need to see something fully finished out that has something that we can hold on to.
You can look forward to seeing two people smitten over each other. You can look forward to seeing the sometimes overbearing love of your siblings. You can look forward to a religious expression and just love overall.
The brotherhood, the camaraderie, and just the realness of it. Just felt like I know those guys all my life.
I haven't been around a lot of people in a long time that all had the same type of, you know, mindset, energy. So it was amazing. It's overwhelming. Like it's hard to explain.
I feel there's a lot of people who have been telling stories from worlds that they aren't familiar with. So having a female writer and director telling a story with a cast that's reflective of the world that the story comes from is so important.
I want to show Black family, Black love, togetherness, but I also want to show that even in everyone's push and desire for this perfect image, life happens. But on the flip side of that, life can be a beautiful thing.
We have a Black woman that's directing, producing, filming, writing, all of that at the same time. Oh wait, and she's also casting her own color, like, and it's new faces. Like she said, it's not just the same old people because, oh, we know those are great. It's more talent out here. Not just Atlanta and Miami, New York, LA. We got, it's Raleigh too. You know what I'm saying? Sound, you know, music, engineers. Like, we are here, but nobody want to see us because I guess we dirty down in the country. But, yo, it's more of us out here than what y'all think. Put Raleigh on the map, baby. We coming.
Black love is cosmic, it's ethereal, it's eternal. I mean, there's so many adjectives that you can put on it, and there's just so many people who have not captured that yet. And it's important that we tell these stories and that you have women behind the lens making creative and executive decisions, because hello, we need that.
Black love is infinite.
You can look forward to laughing. I don't know if you're sentimental, you might cry a little bit.
We really did grow a family.
You don't want to go to work and feel like you're less than or feel uncomfortable to, you know, ask questions and stuff. Like, one of the things that on this production that was like amazing was it felt like a family. It felt like we all knew each other and we just met each other.
I'm very adamant about for every production I have and moving forward, no matter what the scale is to really make sure that people feel heard and feel seen, and that we acknowledge them and see them as people, and that we appreciate their talent.
This is a story about love, and I hope that everybody finds their love and find the one that's for them.
Stay tuned for more on The Perfect Date.
So, fellas, if you want to get a girl, I mean, it's a lot of ways I could put you on. I got a lot of tips for you, but you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to tap in personally on that. You can get my IG or whatever, we can talk on the side, but you know, it's thousands, millions of ways to get at a shorty, you know what I'm saying? So, oh, wait, not to get a shorty though? I mean, peasy-headed, smelling, you know, small stuff like that that's really big, but you know what I'm saying, some people just overlook stuff like that. So, you know, just keeping yourself up for real, you know, if you don't keep yourself up. Now, you know, Joey Baldwin, that's a smooth type of brother right there. You know, he tall, dark, chocolate, you know what I'm saying, got some good teeth on him, you know, a little head on his shoulder. So, I mean, honestly, it's like, you good on the inside and you look a little eyed on the outside, you should be good. So, you know, you should be good. Don't quote me now, but I'm just saying, you know.